If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
And this morning we welcome Dr. Jon Segars, Superintendent of Sylacauga City Board of Education, and it is a busy time of the year, and you haven't even completed year one quite yet.
No, sir. Still working on that first year.
What, July, your anniversary date?
That will be it.
Well, it's a great year for Sylacauga and the student athletes, but education just fantastic this year. Talk about that a little bit.
Very nice first year to see the scores that we've had. And just yesterday or the day before, we had senior awards, over $50 million in scholarships awarded that day, and more scholarships by student than we've ever had. So great year. I mean, just that one thing right there is super. And of course, it goes all the way through the ranks. Yeah,
and graduation exercise, what, next week?
It is. Next Thursday.
Yeah. And how many seniors are there, you know?
170 we are today.
Wow, that's a lot of folks. And not just seniors, but all the way from pre-K up has been a good year.
We're seeing improvements in every grade level. Of course, we've got some great teachers that make that happen. So, yeah, I'm happy with it. It's been a great year for us.
Dr. Segars is here with us for a few minutes this morning. You mentioned scholarships, and that's so important to seniors, especially in this day and time.
It costs a lot to go to school, and it's nice that we can spread that out. I think there were 88 students out of the 170 that had scholarship offers, and there's probably more coming. So that's a good news story that more and more people are able to go to school after high school.
And awards, far too many to even begin to mention this morning.
There are. I've been to multiple award ceremonies. I've got kindergarten graduation this morning, pre-K graduation yesterday, fifth grade graduation next week, and of course graduating our seniors next Thursday. So the awards keep coming.
Yeah, and it's a happy time for kids that are getting out of school and summer vacation, but really the beat goes on for education.
There's not much of a break at all. We've got summer school that's going to occur on 3 of our campuses. The 4th campus will be hosting teacher professional development. So everything's still running in the summer. I mean, you really only get 2 months anyway, but about 6 weeks of that's going to be consumed with summer school, and that's students that are trying to recover some credit, and it's also students that are trying to get ahead and just learn more things. So,
in your first year as superintendent, of course, you've been in the system for a little while though before that, but as superintendent, what have you found in your first year that you really are excited about the future on?
I knew this going in, that we had great teachers, but from the superintendent seat, you can spend a little more time in lots of different classrooms, and you really see the tremendous power we have in teachers. We have developed some great teachers. We'll have a few retire this year, as you know, that's always the sad piece, but they're being replaced with some real talent. So we've got a good thing in this town.
And this is a competitive nature here. You've got schools that are seeking teachers, seeking quality educators. You've got the job market that's seeking quality graduates. So it's a competitive field.
It is, and fortunately our state superintendent has realized that and really pushed a budget that is going to help compensate teachers, keep them in the field. It looks like a 4% pay raise across the board, so that's good. We've only seen 3 pay raises since 1990. So, and this is going to be the biggest one. So, hopefully that encourages those great teachers to stick around. And certainly, it's hard to go wrong with teaching in Sylacauga. They've got to like that.
Now, talk about some of the recruiting tools that are used to secure quality teachers.
Well, we start by engaging the colleges and universities. Their deans of education have certainly worked with us and identified potential candidates. It's hard to compete with some of the more affluent cities in the state of Alabama, but once you can get somebody to come to Sylacauga and see what we have to offer here, a lot of people just come and stay. So that's a big recruiting tool for us. But like when I came here, I didn't know where Sylacauga was. But once I came here and saw the school system and saw the town, I was like, this is a nice place to be, and of course it's a great place to work. So we get them in.
The board that you lead as a superintendent, their vision and your vision for the future especially in the next 4 or 5 years, is so important to the direction of our school system.
Right, we could sum it up in just a few words in that, we're kind of, if you lay us out in among all the state schools, the 137 districts we have in the state of Alabama, in most categories, we're kind of in the middle. I told our board coming into this job that we're more like a top 20 school here. Mm-hmm. We can be a school system in the elite class of the state of Alabama, and we're working our way that direction. So I think you're going to see some change. Of course, it's been coming for a long time, but the quality of the teachers, the administrators, and certainly the parents and the community support we get places us in a position where we can be in the top 20%.
Dr. Jon Segars, Superintendent of the Sylacauga City Board of Education, our guest for a few more minutes. And you mentioned summer school, and we mentioned retirements, and then you're already looking ahead.
We're actually looking 2 or 3 years down the road. We've got some students that we know are in college right now that will be great teachers, and we've already talked to them. So if you don't start early, they're going to go somewhere else. Mm-hmm. And we're already posturing ourselves to make room for those students and soon to be certified teachers to come in and take the place of some of those teachers that may be retiring in the next couple of years. So
it was a great athletic year, especially with spring sports just now ending.
I didn't even realize it when Coach Griffith came to the board last month and said every sport has made it to the playoffs this year, or will, and they did. Yeah. So it's been an exciting year. I'm proud of our coaches, proud of our students, and it's something we're going to carry into next year. We're already seeing the potential. So great year for sports, and of course that's just a compliment to the academic programs we have. So we're very thankful for that.
The Sylacauga City School System, under your leadership and our local schools here, always on the cutting edge of learning. You can never learn too much. You can never glean too much from other agencies about students, about education. I know y'all are really involved in that as well.
We are, and a lot of that stems from our partnership in workforce development at the state level. Mm-hmm. And with our business partners. We understand that while 70% of our students are going to college after graduation, a lot of those students won't finish college, but if they can find a trade mm-hmm. of some sort, something they're interested in, a school that they're interested in, and get a start on life while they're still in high school, it's going to impact everything we do. In fact, we have one student this year who earned her associate's degree from CAC last week and will graduate next week from high school.
I saw that. That's phenomenal.
First ever, and that's Danielle Hanrahan. So we're real proud of what she's done. So she's kind of led the way for other students to do that. And we have a few that have been close, mm-hmm. but as far as we can tell, she's the first one that's ever done it.
That's fantastic, fantastic. You mentioned graduation early on. It's going to be outside this year.
Yes, sir. Again, second year. We were blessed with some great weather last year, and we have an alternate plan. Mm-hmm. If the weather comes in like it did last night here, we'll go inside like we have historically. But outside gives us the ability to invite the whole family from every student instead of limiting the number of seats and things like that. So it's nice to have them have a full set of bleachers out there with everybody in the family that gets to see their child or grandchild graduate.
Yeah. With graduation in the school comes those retirements, and I noted that Terry Bentley, a long-time fixture in the Sylacauga City School System, retired.
Well, I tried to get the board to disapprove that one, but they said, I love what Terry's done. She has trained me this year. She's for 31 years and 6 superintendents now. She has shown us the way. So I asked her, I said, can I call you? She said, you can call me every day if you want to. When I retire, I'll tell you where it is. So she's, it's hard to do it without her. But again, she's already training the next team to come in and do the job. So we're fortunate.
Budgets. Talk about budgets this morning, and that's a never-ending thing too.
You never have enough money. We're fortunate in the school system to have a lot of state money, federal money. We're able to give our teachers more for the classroom than most school systems are. We spend about $10,000 a year per student. And you put that in perspective, mm-hmm. with 2,200 students. So We, the state superintendent, our legislatures, the governor have realized that we need more money, so they're giving us more. So it's never enough. No matter how much you have, it won't be enough. But we're very fortunate to have a strong board and have a strong budget. So
what's a couple of things that you see that maybe I don't see from the outside looking in about the mechanical operations, the day-to-day operations of the school system?
We're very strong in that we realize the need for security. Security comes in a lot of different forms. We have a police officer in every school now, which we didn't before. We have 6 nurses in our school system, 2 that teach, 4 that do nurse duties every day. We've got assistant principals in every school. We have 7 counselors. And those things we have to pull out of hide. They're not authorized by the state. So we find a way to pay for those things. And but those little things right there and other things like that allow the teachers to do their job in the classroom and not worry about all the other stuff. So great asset in this community. I don't know what other school systems look like, but there's probably very few that can claim those things right there, that we have those kind of people in our schools protecting our students, our teachers, our staff every single day so they can do the business of teaching.
There are more eyes that are in our school system than we on the outside looking in, and there are specific plans of action in case they're needed.
We have all sorts of contingency plans for anything that could possibly happen, and God forbid that any of this does happen, but some things are going to occur. We constantly drill the students and the teachers, and I think that they're receptive to it. They watch the news just like you and I do, and they see bad things that happen out there. We can't prevent everything, but with a lot of people on duty, on guard every single day, and it's not just that police officer. It's every teacher, it's every custodian, it's every bus driver realizing that there's danger, and the adults can help protect those children against those dangers.
One of the real pluses of the Sylacauga system as well, you have a summer feeding program.
We do.
That's very, very strong.
We're lucky in that Mrs. Wasserman and her team are able to do phenomenal things with food. They do catering. They feed in the summer. Every student that comes to our schools in the summer will get fed multiple meals. We're even outsourcing, or we're providing outsourcing for other agencies that want us to feed their staff and their children in the summer. So it's strong. I met with our food service folks the other day, went through the plan, and it's I think 5 different campuses this summer will have meals daily. So nobody's going to go hungry.
Well, it's really surprising too to a lot of people that, we have children, small or older kids that are hungry in the summertime.
It's hard to learn if you're hungry. You and I, we know that. It's hard to concentrate on our jobs if you're hungry. So, why not feed them? If they're not getting it at home, if it helps them in their education, it's a small price to pay. Yeah. And our food service folks love doing it. That's the best part.
No doubt about it. Dr. Jon Segars, our guest this morning, Superintendent of the Sylacauga City Board of Education. Listen, before you go, I need a couple of tickets to graduation.
Yes, sir. How many do you want?
Yeah, the scramble is on. But hey, congratulations to our Sylacauga City School System and fantastic educational years and athletic year it has been. And we wish y'all continued success. And thank you for coming by this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right, more Daybreak just ahead.